This is for Doug Farah's friend that is into composting, and for Lorna to be able to share with any potential ex-Tumiites that might be interested. I'm here in the jungle in the Pando. This is a Brazil nut tree. And I'm going to show a little bit about the Brazil nut industry. Hey, this is Daniel Priest. I'm the Tumiite state in Bolivia, and I'm going to show you the Brazil nut chain of production. So first of all, the people go out into the jungle. In my jungle here I have about 400 Brazil nut trees. So they come out and they collect the Brazil nuts. They fall sort of like this. This is a little bit old. They fall, but they collect them in a basket on their back, and then they bring them out from under the tree, because they don't want to stay under the tree because of the danger of getting hit on the head. These are big and heavy. So they'll come out, and in somewhere where there's not a Brazil nut tree over them, then they will whack them all over, open. So the jungle is full of all of these mountains of Brazil nuts, Brazil nut shells. Let's see. I'm not very good with a machete, but I'll try to cut one open as fast as possible. Maybe I'll be lucky. Yeah, that's going to cut open easily. So you cut it open. That's what the Brazil nuts are. Get them out. I think I still have enough teeth in my mouth to be able to So that's what is exported. So that's basically what happens in the jungle. There are two dangers during the time of Brazil nut collection. There's always people every year that get hit on the head or hit somewhere with a Brazil nut falling on them. And during that season of the year, also, people get bit by snakes a lot more. So here we're at the back of a Brazil nut processing plant. There are several in the region. And this is just to show you that there are mountains of the Brazil nut shells available, which don't have all that many uses here in Pando. A very small amount sometimes is used in, there's only one or two of the brick factories or whatever they're called that sometimes use Brazil nut shells for heating, for burning of the bricks in the kilns. Another use, well, this is a street. There are a lot of dirt roads and dirt streets in the area, and in the height of the dry season they get real dusty, so some people spread some of the Brazil nut shells on their street, sort of like paving it. It keeps the dust down. When you run over these, it's sort of like going on wood chips, so you keep the dust down. So here we are in the backyard here at the ranch, and this is our first intent with composting. We're trying to learn a little bit more about composting and sustainable agriculture and pasture management and that kind of thing. So this is our first intent. It's not as hot as it was. We've turned it a few times, but it's growing a lot of fungus and hopefully bacteria and all the good things. And I've been thinking about what, if we were going to do a lot more of it, what would be some of the inputs. And one thing that we have here is the Brazil nut shells. So here we have these bags, and I've brought some Brazil nut shells. So we're going to figure out the correct mixture and see if these will decompose fast enough. I've seen in YouTube videos that they use a lot of wood chips and things like that. So I'm hoping this will work. We'll see. If you have any advice, let me know.